Hello everybody, Wade here with WW Gaming. It's good to be back on YouTube. I took a brief hiatus, but I am finally back, and I'm back with something really good. This is all 19 Pixar movies ranked from worst to best. Now this is my personal list. I do not expect you to agree with me 100%. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's about a 90% chance that you will not agree with this list in some form or fashion. So with that being said, here we go. Starting off the list at number 19 at the very bottom is Cars 2. There's one thing we will probably agree on: Cars 2 is at the bottom of the list. This so-called Pixar dud lacks intelligent storytelling and gives us a generic plot. Sure, the visuals are as beautiful as ever, but its flaws are glaring and the expected Pixar charm is not underneath the hood. This is the only rotten Pixar movie on Rotten Tomatoes currently. At number 18, we have The Good Dinosaur. Now, this is one of the more recent Pixar movies. It was one that I feel like was definitely rushed to the theater. I was not really expecting it to come out as soon as it did, so I was very skeptical. The Good Dinosaur has some questionable plot elements and is oddly similar to The Lion King in more ways than one. The animation seems to be off at times, and you aren't always invested in the characters. But nonetheless, it's still decent family entertainment. At number 17, we have Finding Dory. Making a sequel to the stellar Finding Nemo is no easy task. I think Pixar was a bit over its head on this one, especially since the character of Dory can wear out her welcome after a lot of screen time. It's nice to see more of the characters and the beautiful animation come to life, but it falls short of its Pixar counterparts. Some say it's too little too late for these fish, and I tend to agree. It's not a bad movie by any means, but it lacks the weight and emotional punch of Finding Nemo, along with the originality. At number 16, we have Brave. I can see why many people view Brave as one of the better Pixar films, but I just don't agree with it. I will admit that the visuals are gorgeous and Merida is an excellent heroine, but the movie just didn't do anything for me emotionally, and I found it less compelling than the others on this list. But in the end, little girls will absolutely adore this one. At number 15, I have Monsters University. This is a prequel to Monsters, Inc., so this was somewhat of a new venture for Pixar. University is a welcome addition to the Pixar family. It has several hilarious moments, and the charm of Wazowski and Sullivan cannot be denied. At number 14, I have Cars 3. Cars 3 could have been a masterpiece, but the way the story panned out kept it from greatness. I would have written the script differently, but hey, I don't work for Pixar. It's a joy to see some of these characters back and better than ever, and to see the new ones emerge to contend for the Piston Cup. It's got excellent animation, fun characters, and a surprising amount of heart. Still, this one is near the bottom of the Pixar ladder. At number 13, we have A Bug's Life. A Bug's Life is one of Pixar's earliest films, releasing in 1998. I saw this one that very year at the ripe age of 9. I remember really enjoying it. It has memorable characters, clever dialogue, and great animation. But too many great Pixar movies have been released since 1998, so it remains at number 13. At number 12, I have Cars. Cars is a charming and clever flick based loosely on the sport of NASCAR. Since I am a huge racing fan, I naturally gravitate towards Cars. Many viewers might not catch all of the thoughtful motorsports references, but the kids, they absolutely love it. It isn't Pixar's strongest when it comes to depth or storytelling, but I still love this movie. Next, we have Inside Out. It is an excellent film and worthy of the Pixar name, but it does have some flaws. There isn't enough comedy, and the source material may be too mature for children to comprehend. Nonetheless, it is a wonderful movie. And starting out the top 10, we have COCO. Pixar's latest animated flick just barely makes my top 10. It's full of wonder, color, beauty, and lively characters. I thoroughly enjoyed it from start to finish. With cutting-edge animation, wonderful music, and a gut-wrenching story full of twists and turns, COCO is a certified Pixar success. At number 9, I have The Incredibles. The Incredibles is one of the best superhero movies ever made. It is perfect for families who one day want to become superheroes. I mean, don't we all have those family members? With fantastic, relatable characters, a great villain, and a fun story, The Incredibles is one of Pixar's standout films. Coming in at number 8, Monsters, Inc. Monsters, Inc. is an inventive and clever movie that is great for kids and adults alike. It boasts many funny moments, quirky characters, and a lot of heart. Mike and Sully have become two of the most loved icons in animated movie history. At number 7, I have Up. Some people will tell you that Up is a masterpiece, or even that it is Pixar's best movie to date. While Up is absolutely masterful, it isn't quite as magical as numbers 6 through 1 on this list. The first half of Up is extremely emotional and could be the best start to any Pixar movie ever. but the second half cannot live up to that greatness. The movie also has some of the best animation I've ever seen, Overall, it's still one of Pixar's best and a must-own on Blu-ray. Number 6. Toy Story 2. Toy Story 2 is the third best Toy Story film, but that isn't a knock on it. All three are incredible. In Woody and Buzz's second outing, we meet several new awesome characters, my favorite being Bullseye, and visit some cool new locales. The only reason I didn't put it ahead of the original is because it wasn't as groundbreaking. Overall, Toy Story 2 is superb with so much to love. And starting out my top 5, I have Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo is an instant classic. Set in a visually stunning but fictional Australia, we follow the story of a clownfish named Nemo. It primarily revolves around his father Marlin and the ditzy Dory. This movie is filled to the brim with fleshed out and interesting characters, tons of emotional depth, and lots of genuine laughs. Number 4. Toy Story. This is Pixar's very first film, and it is also one of their greatest. It was released in 1995, and I remember seeing it at the age of 6. I had to get the toys after watching it, I just had to. Sometimes at night, my parents would put my Woody and Buzz in different places from where they were when I went to sleep. I awoke thinking, it's real. I can't believe Woody and Buzz are actually real, and they're actually moving around. Well, my hopes were shattered when they confessed. Anyways, this set the stage for all of the following Pixar movies. Woody and Buzz are arguably the best characters ever seen in the world of animation. The animation itself is wondrous, the story is engrossing, and the emotional depth is profound. Number 3. Ratatouille. Ratatouille is arguably the prettiest and most visually appealing Pixar movie ever released. It is absolutely gorgeous with vivid colors and silky smooth animation. As silly as the premise may sound, a rat being the best chef in Paris, it actually works, and then some. Remy is without a doubt the most likable rat of all time. The voice acting, visuals, story, and characters are all top-notch. Ratatouille has one important message: anyone can cook. Coming in at the number 2 spot, WALL-E. WALL-E is one of the most beautiful and stunning animated films to ever grace the screen. It is also one of the best animated films in the animated movie world, period. With an original story, quirky and unforgettable characters, unbelievable emotional depth, and several important messages revolving around the environment, society, and human health, WALL-E stands on its own as something very important and significant in the Pixar canon. Anyone who says this is not one of Pixar's best needs a doctor's visit, because this is one of the best animated films of all time. And the number 1 best Pixar movie of all time, Toy Story 3. All 3 Toy Story films are brilliant and wonderful, but Toy Story 3 is the most devastating, emotional, and excellent. Since we have literally watched these characters grow up and mature, that emotional depth just grows and grows. When it's time for Andy to go off to college, some decisions have to be made. It doesn't help that Woody and the gang accidentally end up at a daycare filled with ruthless toys where they have minimal time to escape before Andy leaves. The dialogue is sharp and original. The new characters introduced are memorable. What really makes Toy Story 3 special is the massive, emotional punch it packs in the closing moments of the movie. It strikes a balance that not many movies can between kids and adults. This movie is universally remarkable, making it my number 1 pick for best Pixar movie of all time. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed my video for the Pixar movies ranked. Be sure to put your rankings in the comments below, hit the subscribe button, and keep an eye out for the next video.